Hey y'all, I just woke up. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm cutting some wood right now because it's freezing in here. The fire went out, so I had to start the fire back. Here's the fire so y'all can see. This is the fire going right now. Yeah, so I just want to get some more wood so I can be able to keep this place running. I usually don't make videos in here because of the space, but I moved my chair, so there's a little more space in here. Yeah, and my dogs, I don't be wanting them to, they're sleeping right now behind me, but I don't be wanting them to, I don't want them to be uncomfortable, but as y'all can see, they are more than comfortable. Whenever it gets really, really cold, I put the blanket over them, but most times they just take it off of them, so. And then when it's really, really, really cold, I sleep with all of them. I try to cuddle up with all of them when it's really, really cold. But when it's not really, really cold, we're usually fine. But, yeah, I just want to say I appreciate all y'all for supporting my music, and I just want y'all to know that I do have very big plans for my YouTube channel. I didn't know it was gonna grow at the rate that it was gonna grow, but I'm glad that it did, because that just means that I have to work a little faster, and I don't mind. Because when times change, you also have to change with them. So, you have to remember these things, y'all. And we got to prepare if you care. And if you don't care, then don't prepare. Just be regular like other people. And there's nothing wrong with being regular. I'm not saying that being mediocre is a bad thing. We have to have regular people in this world. But we also have to have leaders too. We don't have any leaders, and if we do have leaders, they ain't what they leading. They leading you to hell, and I don't want that. I'm not gonna say I'm the the most perfect guy, because ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. I bet if Jesus was here, he would say he ain't perfect, even though we think he perfect. Jesus probably be like, man, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, I give all my praise to God. I bet Jesus was humble. I know Jesus was humble. Like, you like, it don't say, Jesus was the most handsome, no. The only time that the Bible talked about none of that, all of that stuff, looks and, all that, was when he was talking about the devil, So, I'm not saying that if you beautiful, you the devil, but I'm saying, like, the devil is usually something that looks nice. The devil won't be something that looks like a devil. He won't look like, he has horns sticking out his head. He gonna look like an angel. And that's what the devil is, honestly. We get mixed up with devils and we think they're angels. That's why you cannot walk by sight, but by faith. You have to walk using your heart and your soul, and not, with your eyes. Because walk just using your eyes, you're gonna end up being blind, because there's stuff out here that we ain't meant to see. God, he didn't want us to be the same. I promise you that. I promise you that. I got a whole twin brother, and we are zero alike. We don't have the same mind. We didn't grow up together. We don't even get along with each other. Like, all of our conversations ended up in arguments or physical altercation, and it just don't make no sense. But at the end of the day, we still are our own person, even though we look exactly alike. And this is what I want everybody to understand. God literally, he made 6 billion plus people, and we all acting the same. It just don't make no sense to me. How are we all acting the same, and we doing the same thing, but God made us different? They don't make no sense. God made us different, but we all doing the same thing. And if we're not all doing the same thing, it's a whole bunch of groups that are doing the same thing. We got one group of this, we got one group of this, we got one. Why can't we all just do our own separate things? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why can't people literally find their own purpose in life? There's a lot of people that's walking at other people's purpose. There's a lot of people that don't even have a purpose, so, they're okay with, being somebody's middleman or something like that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a number two. As long as you're on a team, that's all that matters. But you have to have a purpose. Don't make your purpose trying to help somebody else do their purpose, if that makes sense. The only type of being that God actually created for that is women. And I'm sorry if there's some controversy, but God created man to serve him. God created man because he has a purpose for us to create and to build on this earth, right? God made him, he made us in his image. And what did he do? He created this world. So he made us in his image for us to create things in this world. What did he make woman for, right? He made woman so that she can reproduce and help the man grow. Help the man be able to fulfill his purpose. Because a man, first of all, has to find his purpose, right? He has to recognize his purpose and be like, oh, okay, dang, yeah, this is my purpose. And then he has to reflect on, how he can get to his purpose and the things that he, done in his past life, you know what I'm saying, to, not see his purpose. And then he has to correct all these things. So the purpose it's not just there. You don't just wake up one day, if you're lucky, then sometimes you can be like that, but you don't just wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, I know my purpose. No, you got to work to find that. Just like I had to, who knew that I would get 5,000 followers for me getting kicked out? Come on now. We have to walk our purpose. We have to walk in a way that life is supposed to take us, and then that's where we'll find our purpose. But women, right? Women's purpose on this earth, despite what career you have, despite what type of job you have, despite what trauma you've been through, right? Your purpose on this earth is to serve a man. It's to follow and to be led by a man, right? A man that believes and loves God, right? And that's what the problem is nowadays anyway. A lot of females are being led by demons, right? A lot of families, because the man is what brings in the home, right? Females, y'all control, physical parts, and, y'all have the key to relations and, all those good things, that comes with marriage, right? The man, he is in control of the whole relationship. He's the one who actually puts his foot down and says, okay, we're going to be together. Okay, you going to be my wife. I'm going to put a ring on your finger. Do you understand? And a lot of times what we see is a lot of women want to be the man. But you see, when you try to do that, you done messed up the ratio already, because God, he already made a specific job for the man, and he already made a specific job for the woman. Once we start trying to switch things up, that's where it gets messed up. Because at the end of the day, God gave the woman a specific job to help the man, right? Not only helping the man with his purpose, but helping him create things into the world by giving her the ability to reproduce, right? You got to see it. Woman, superwoman. So if you think about it, a woman is really a superman, right? For real, for real. God made man to provide and to protect, okay? God made man different than he made a female. He made us stronger. He made us being able to take more weight. He made us being able to pull more weight and to lift more weight. You understand? So that's why it's if you see a man struggling, good. Just like that. I can't put it no simpler, because that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to struggle until he gets it. But he's not supposed to stay down. I feel like a man's real purpose is literally to go all the way down, see at the bottom, bring people up with him. So when women and men, they switch places in a relationship, it messes all of the things up, because God never made it so a man can have a baby, right? He never made it so a man can have a baby. So if he never made it so a man can have a baby, he never made it for the woman to be a man. And it does not matter about, just because you're physically able, at the end of the day, it's not in your spirit. It's not in your DNA to do that. And this is what we don't understand. Just because you can do it, don't mean you should do it. Just because you can be a single mom and do all these things, don't mean you should do it. You understand? Just because we can smoke all day and drink all day, don't mean we should do it, right? And these are the things that I'm trying to tell people. Like, just because we can do these things, don't mean we should do these things. It makes zero sense at all. And I just don't really understand, because it's like we know everything that's right to do. Like, literally, even me. You know what I'm saying? We, as people, as humans, we have to learn the hard way. You can have somebody telling you, oh, don't do this every single day. Oh, don't do that every single day. But at the end of the day, we are so stubborn as humans, right? We are so childlike, right? That we be like, okay, yeah, we hear you, but we won't listen until we actually get burnt ourselves, right? You have to understand what a child is, right? In the Bible, first of all, it don't say nothing about no adults. It don't say adult, not one word. It don't say adults, adult, in the Bible, not one time. We are not adults. You understand? We are getting older. We are all children of God. So understand what a children is, right? Understand what a child is. A child is only chaos and destruction, all right? Now, I want you to sit there, and I want you to take a minute for that to soak in. A child is only chaos and destruction, right? And why do I say that? When a baby comes out the womb, what happens to the baby? Immediately, the baby starts to cry. The baby, he doesn't know his place in the world, or her place in the world. So all the baby does is cry. The baby just, is like, I don't even know where I'm at. I ain't even asked to be. I don't know nothing. I'm just, That's all the baby do, is just come out wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's all the baby wants to do. So it's our job as parents, right, to teach this baby how to live on this earth. If we had a baby, right, and let them do whatever they want and just fall off the bed, that baby would die instantly. But we have to say, no, baby, back up. No, don't. You're gonna fall. You're gonna hurt yourself, right? And these are things that we do for this. These are things that somebody did for us. We wouldn't be able to watch, learn, listen, hear, speak, talk, move if we wasn't taught these things. And we are taught these as a baby, right? But all babies are chaos and destruction. We are all chaos and destruction, right? As soon as we were alive on this earth, we were sinners, right? We were born into a sinning world, okay? Look, so in that case, if we were born into a sinning world, we're going to go back to the babies. Why are babies chaos and destruction? It's sad to say, it's like a wild animal. You know how literally the difference between humans and people, the difference between humans and animals, is animals have to survive most of their life, all of their lives, unless you're a pet. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that they do is survive. They have a conscience, but they don't have free will as much. In their will, the only thing that it is to do is survive. The food chain, the ecosystem is to just, go on in a circle. You know what I'm saying? But us, we have free will. We have a conscience. We have a chance and a choice every single day. And I thank you, God, for that. You understand? So we have to make these decisions right. So when it comes to a child, right, we have the chance and the choice to be able to teach these children how to live in life, right? In the Bible, it says, if you spare the rod, your child will die. If you don't show your child, right, something that's chaos and destruction, basically a wild animal. If you don't tame that child, if you don't show that child what to do, it will be chaos and destruction all of its life. It was already born chaos and destruction. That's why y'all see people that's serial killers or all these things and stuff like that. No, they didn't never not just turn into it. They've been like this. It's been adding up all these years, and they never had the courage to actually do something until that time they did it. So don't sit here and be like, oh, no. People don't understand. All these things stem from one thing, and it's the devil. It's demons. You understand? God is good, right? The devil is evil, right? It just makes sense. They even put it in the terminology. They just take a couple of letters out. You got G-O-O-D. That's good. You take one O out, you got God. You got evil, E-V-I-L. You put a D in front of it, you got the devil. Come on now. It's only good or it's only bad. It's only a yin or it's only a yang, right? It's only light or it's dark, right? But they all come together, and that's what we have to understand. So if there's good, right, there's always going to be some bad, right? And that's what people don't understand. People just think, oh, niggas want to walk in this world like they're so untouchable or they're so perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Y'all sitting over here watching me and stuff like that and saying all these things. Oh, I'm not perfect. I'm doing everything that I can in my power. You understand? And while I still have breath, I'm going to do everything that I can. And this is what I'm telling you. I'm trying to break my chains, break my addictions, break my curses every single day. And this is what we all should be doing. We should be trying to grow so we can be able to live our best life that God gave us. We're born on this sitting earth, right? We're basically born on the earth of destruction, right? Basically, it's like we're born in prison, right? So why can't we make it the best time of our lives? Why can't we make this prison into Princeton, right? I don't understand why, as people, we don't want to see more than what we're doing already. We want to be so mediocre. We want to be so regular. We want to be the same. We're so content. We're okay with this. We're okay with getting up every single day and going to a job that is never no means to an end. It's like you have no plan on when that you're gonna not. You're just planning to retire. And if you don't have no plan, that means you're planning to fail. Now, y'all see why, I kind of really don't have no friends is because I have all these things in my head and it just don't make sense to me. And a lot of, 24-year-olds, they don't want to have conversations like this nowadays. They don't think like how I think because they don't have a prudent mind. They don't want to think about the future. You understand? Like, only thing that people want to think about is money, relations, you know what I'm saying? Or, something fancy. It just like material things. And I'm here to tell you that, bro, I didn't had all that. I didn't had nice cars. I didn't had fancy shoes. I didn't had pretty women. All that stuff is material things, bro. Like, even the women, bro, because at the end of the day, if they ain't here to stay, then come on, you just playing with your life. You giving your energy away to something that would never put back into you. Come on now. Like, you draining yourself. It's like me. Say if I poured this water bottle out, ain't nothing getting poured back into me. I'm just draining myself. And that's not what we want. I want to be filled up. You understand? And what a lot of people do is, and this is what I do too, I'm guilty of it. I like to pour all of my energy out. I just pour and pour and pour, and I don't have nothing to give, no more, because I'm not full. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to be able to fill my cup up. I want to be able to fill, so when I pour, it will be so much in there, I won't even notice. You get what I'm saying? That's what my energy is. Y'all say I got good energy, man. Hey, man, we smile on camera, but we cry behind closed doors, man. So y'all got to understand, man, I do this for y'all, man, because y'all support me and because y'all show me that y'all actually care and y'all appreciate this, man. But, like, it's a lot that goes on in my head, man. And I feel like it's a lot that goes on I feel like it's a lot that should go on in other people's lives, that should go on in other people's head because, man, we only got one life. Like, we got to take that more seriously, man. We really got to take that more seriously, man. Like, I want to see my people actually doing something with their lives. You understand? Doing nothing is doing something. You understand? Like, it's like, if you're not making a choice, that's making a choice to not make a choice. And that's what people don't understand. It's not just, oh, I'm just not going to do that. No, you're choosing not to do that. You're choosing to do these things. Oh, I'm just not going to communicate with that person. You're choosing to do that, right? We have to understand and we have to look at ourselves in the mirror, right? Before we are ever even able to judge anybody. This is why I don't judge nobody. Y'all don't see I'm on here talking about, rappers and influencers, because to each its own. They do what they want. They do how they want. What I say is not going to have no effect on their life. They ain't going to sleep no less from whatever I say. It don't matter what I say. You understand? And the only thing it's going to do is create drama. That's all this world wants. It wants drama. You know what I'm saying? When people are bored, the only thing they can do is talk about people. Small minds talk about people, right? Like, come on, man. Good minds talk about things, and great minds talk about ideas, man. And I want to be a great mind, man. You got to understand, at the bottom of every mountain, right, is the top of the next. So you got to keep fighting. You can't just get content. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I got my car, I got my place, I got my apartment, I got in a relationship. No, it stops here. No, that's where you messed up at. If you get into a relationship and you think that's all you got to do, hey, man, come on now. You think that the work is done? No, Well, when you get into a relationship, when you date somebody, that's supposed to be the hardest part of the relationship. You understand? Because when you get married, after that should be the easy part. You understand? So when y'all dating, boy, y'all should be getting into the most fights ever. You understand? And seeing how y'all can deal with these things together, right? Because that is how you know if somebody, because you'll never see somebody's true colors until they really mad at you. And that's from experience. Experience is the best teacher. Can't nobody teach you something that experience won't teach you. And guess what? If you ain't learned after it happened to you once, twice, then it's just your dumb fault. You gotta understand, man. Man, if you don't know, you won't grow, man. Scar in the woods, man. Man, I love my people, man, but we gotta wake up. We gotta think, man. I appreciate and I really love all y'all support, but we need more thinkers. We need people that's actually gonna think, and it's gonna really help our community grow. Because it can't just take one. They could just take me out like that, and then what? Then what? I'm out here. They can do anything to me, just like they did Dr. Sebi. Like when people come into this generation and they try to help out, they try to knock us down, bro. And I don't want that to happen to me, bro. I'm not mentally ill, I promise you, right? And then ain't nothing wrong with me. I just see clearly. You understand? I don't want to be regular. God made me so different. Why do we have to do the same thing? They're already making robots to replace these jobs. We all finna be out of job anyway, right? It makes zero sense. Come on now. What do you think AI is going to do? I can go on Google right now and I can type in something, and guess who will answer it? AI. They can answer a question better than a human. What do we need y'all for? And that's what you got to understand, man. They're already looking for replacements. So when they replace you, what you going to do? You going to be mad about your life? You going to say, oh, I don't know what to live for anymore. You know how many times I done heard that in the last week? Come on now. And literally in the last week, and this is just off of YouTube, off of the recommendations, and people's like, I don't know what to do with my life. You know what you should do with your life? First of all, turn to God. First of all, turn to Jesus and tell him thank you. Because he ain't have to wake you up this morning. You taking it for granted that you even watching this video right now. You understand? Tell him thank you. And then after that, say, okay, Father, what should I do with my life? That's how you start. Don't sit here and feel sorry for yourself. And that's why I do this. Because I don't want people to sit here and, you feeling sorry for yourself. I could be on a street corner, hey, I need $1. No, man, like I said before, man, if you want change to happen, you got to do something about it, bro. You got to. Because if you not, people just going to walk all over you. And I'm telling you, I've let that happen. But you got to do it in the right way. You can't react the way that they want you to. Because guess what? Then you playing by their game and then you still lose. And that's what I had to go through. I had to go through that so many times. I kept losing because I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to say until I kept having to fail. You understand? But you fail enough, then you will learn. But if you keep failing, you don't learn, then that's you. You dumb. A wise man learns from somebody else's mistakes. Man, it's Scar in the woods, man. I'll try and make a longer video for y'all so y'all can have something. But I really want my people to think. I really love y'all. Like I wouldn't be sitting here spending my time talking to y'all if I didn't love y'all. You understand? I could just be making I'm a very creative person. I'm a jack of all trades. You have to understand that. I know how to do almost a little bit of everything. You understand? Because guess what? A jack of all trades, it's not a master of one. But a jack of all trades is still better than a master of just one all your life. But if you're a jack of all trades and you practice a little bit of this, you practice a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? You have a package. And that's what I am. I'm in a package deal. You understand? I got things up here. I got things in my body. I got things in my mouth. I got things in my soul. I got things everywhere. You understand? I love and I like to do a lot of things. You understand? So I want to be able to grow myself and to turn myself into the superhero that I would like to be. But my main mission is to get y'all closer to Jesus. You understand? Not even Jesus. You understand? Because Jesus is a man. I want y'all to get closer to God. Because you have to understand, when Jesus was here, who did he look to? He looked to God. So we need to be saying, thank you, God. Jesus, praise God. And I want to be like Jesus, so I want to praise God. All right? Man, it's Scar in the Woods, man. Y'all share the love, man. I'm gone.